Hey guys, this is Tea Time with the Diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, because we're going to get into it. This tea time is dedicated to Tiffany Haddish. Now, Tiffany Haddish friends are extremely concerned about her. They feel like she's on a downward spiral and they don't know how to intervene and they don't know what is going on with her. Now, Tiffany has had, oh, what a past couple of years that really did not go in her favor. One year she was sued and accused of putting minors in a very peculiar situation. I mean, go look it up. Her and comedian Ari Spears, I think his name is, they did some skits, and the skits was kind of sketchy to say the least. But in addition to that, the children that were in those skits accused Tiffany and Aries of essay. I'll say that, right? And so she dealt with that. She paid one lawsuit, but then after that, another lawsuit for similar accusations came right behind it. Tiffany was arrested earlier this year for a DUI, and she didn't even go to court for that one yet. And now she's facing her second DUI. Okay. Now, the judge in the court want to order her not to drink, not to do any substances, I guess until whenever she finished dealing with these two DUIs, they want her to submit to the court, or I guess a probation officer, weekly, okay, for drug testing. Now, listen, guys, we're going to get more into this Tiffany Haddish story right after this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and share screen. Now, Tiffany Haddish said she had a troubled childhood, and she wrote her book, a memoir, I guess I'm gonna call it. And in that memoir, she detailed some of the, things that happened to her in her childhood. So Tiffany Haddish friends fear downward spiral after second DUI, don't know what's troubling her. And it's kind of hard to step in and help a friend when you see them kind of losing control, because they gotta want the help, right? When Tiffany Haddish was a little girl, after her father abandoned the family and left her with her mother struggling with mental health, she was bullied in school because her mom didn't know how to do her hair right, and she had a big mole, or what she called a horn, on her forehead. Haddish began cutting the mole herself right in the classroom. The kids would go, "Tiffany's bleeding. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, she cut her horn off," Haddish wrote in her 2017 bestseller, The Last Black Unicorn. These days, it looks as if Haddish, who rose from the ashes of a nightmarish childhood to become one of Hollywood's hottest comedians and actresses, is hurting herself again with her second DUI in 2 years last week. Okay. So I thought it was within a year, but they're saying it was within the last 2 years. Okay. But I know she didn't go to court yet for the first one. So picture that, right? Haddish, who turns 44 on December 3rd. Oh, so tomorrow's her birthday. My sister's birthday is December 3rd. Okay, she's a Sagittarius. Was caught on video being taken away in handcuffs after she was found slumped over the wheel of her car at 5:45 a.m. November 24th, in the middle of Beverly Drive, Beverly Hills, police said. She got back on stage the very next day at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach, California, and joked about the incident. A few days later, she sounded more contrite. "I'm going to get some help. so I can learn balance and boundaries. He said, this will never happen again. She vowed without giving further details. Probably because after she did that stand up, her lawyer spoke to her like, girl, this ain't no joking matter. You better get your life together before you face some jail time. But 6 years after her triumph breakthrough role in Girls Trip, which she nearly stole from her powerhouse co-stars Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Regina Hall, the jury is out on whether her Hollywood friends will stick by her or abandon her. I hope they stick by her. You know, to me, it's easy to stick by someone when they're on the rise, but it's harder to stick by someone when everybody else has abandoned them. Okay. I said this about Jonathan Majors. Where are his Hollywood friends? So thank God he has Megan Good. Now listen, I don't know this man's history. I'm talking about Jonathan Majors, but I'm just saying everybody deserves some backup, some friend. In case you didn't see this video, here it is. It seems like, she's going peacefully. It's sad, right? Very sad. I actually feel bad for her. I really do. And when you're fighting, what you really need is you really need to go into some type of counseling. As soon as I heard it, I said, God damn, I'm glad she's okay. A close friend I had just told the Post. But it seems weird to me. You would think that someone would have a driver in that situation. This is tough because there's nothing anybody's going to say to take away that this is her second offense, which is not good. The way people look at it, drinking and driving, hopefully there's a lesson to be learned. If people want to be critical, I say F that. You don't know what a person is going through. You don't know what's troubling a person. We may not know what's troubling a person, but what we do know is that drunk drivers have taken the lives of many families. Okay. And I'm more concerned about the people that get hurt because someone wants to drink and drive. So yeah, we can feel for Tiffany, but still check her and say, yo, this is not right. You can't be getting behind the wheel if you're drinking. Don't drive. Especially in the day of where there's Ubers, there's Lyfts, there's all these share rides that you can call, and you can have the app on your cell phone and press for a ride in the drop of a dime, and in a few minutes they're there, and they operate all 24/7. So I'm sorry, I'm not feeling bad for her in that sense. Don't get behind the wheel because she could have harmed anybody, and this story could be way different. Luckily, she fell asleep and the car was just parked. Okay, so thank God for that. And thank God no one was hurt. Okay, she could have hurt other people, including herself. The rest is the latest in what appears to be a downhill spiral for Haddish, who was born and raised in South Central LA and endured great hardships before she broke through in Hollywood. Okay, her father left when Haddish was 3. She later reunited and reconciled with him when she was 27, and he attended her 2008 wedding to William Stewart. Harrison Stewart divorced in 2013, and her father died in 2017. When Haddish was 8, her mother was in a car accident. She claimed in her book that her stepfather later admitted he had tampered with the brakes in her mother's car so as to kill her and collect life insurance. Is that not sad? Look at little Tiffany Haddish. So cute. It's sad. Maybe I have to get her book and read it, but I'm behind in reading my books. Okay, maybe I gotta hold off until I catch up on some of the books I already have. Her mother, Leola, survived, but according to Haddish, suffered brain damage so severe she became schizophrenic and often abusive. Tiffany and her half siblings were placed in foster care. Her stepfather has never been traced, while her mother, who Haddish said has spent time in mental institutions, have never spoken publicly. Haddish lived in her car at times before she started getting sitcom and TV movie roles beginning around 2006. After the success of Girl Trip and her first Showtime comedy special, Tiffany Haddish, She's Ready, From the Hood to Hollywood, She became the first female African American non-cast member to host Saturday Night Live in 2017. Well, that's nice, right? So that's a picture of Tiffany with her dad, who unfortunately passed away in 2017. But the wheels started coming off her storybook success late in 2018. That year, Haddish, by her own admission, bombed on stage at a New Year's Eve show in Miami. The morning before the show, she took to Instagram looking very disheveled and spoke about how hard she's been drinking the night before until 7 in the morning. I remember when that happened. That's Tiffany Haddish when she did her Saturday Night Live gig, I think. Yep. Back in 2017. Not gonna lie, I've been partying all night. I've been partying all morning. I can still feel the Ciroc vodka in my system, she said. Her performance that night was a disaster. Her jokes, the ones she could recall, fell flat, and the audience began to heckle and boo her. In response, she pulled out a bottle of vodka and drank on stage while asking the patrons to tell jokes. After the Miami debacle, Haddish seemed to be on an upswing. She began dating the rapper and actor Common in 2020 and said it felt safest. It felt safest out of all the relationships she's ever had. Well, Common is common, and sometimes I'm not bashing men. I love men, but and sometimes men are men, and you got to know what you're getting into when you're getting into these different relationships, and even because you can't know everything, right? So on that note, you got to take it and leave it, right? If you had a good time while y'all was together, be grateful for the good times, and then you got to move on. She called their romance the healthiest, the funniest of her life. Then he dumped her in 2021 by phone, she said. Always blunt. She said at the time that Common's claims that the breakup was mutual was false. It was more him saying, I think this relationship has run its course, she told the Washington Post. And I was like, okay, like you're going to be a 50-year-old single man. Okay. Well, listen, some of them are single. You got the golden bachelor. And I know his wife had passed away, but listen, he's single and he's still, doing what he do. She claimed that time she was trying to stay positive and hoping to find a new partner, but also, I guess I've been alone for so long and so used to being abandoned, I expected, which is sad, right? In January 2022, in an incident similar to what happened in Beverly Hills, Haddish was arrested at 2:30 a.m. in Peachtree, Georgia, on suspicion of being under the influence of both alcohol and drugs. Prosecutors allege that she fell asleep at the wheel of her car. According to court documents, she was released on bond and has formally denied the charges. A trial was scheduled for December 12th, but this week, Georgia prosecutors were reported by TMZ to have asked for the bond to be updated to include weekly drinking and drug testing. In August 2022, a woman, reportedly a friend of Haddish, filed a child sex abuse lawsuit against Haddish and fellow comic Aries Spears, accusing them of coercing minors into taking part in sexually explicit skits at a comedy camp. Both Haddish and Spears' attorneys called it a shakedown. The suit was dropped a few months later, but Haddish said the damages were done, telling a TMZ photographer, all my kids are gone, everything gone. I don't have a job. Just 10 days before her most recent arrest, Haddish filmed a video of herself in an angry rant about how people thought she was a nice person. They were taking advantage of her and not paying her what she deserved. She has since deleted it. I'm tired of being nice to your raggedy AMFers, she shrieked. I'm just tired of people playing with me. Haddish and her reps did not respond to calls to the Post. Tracy Oliver, the co-writer of Girls Trip, who has said Girls Trip 2 is in the works, was not reachable. I wonder if they will even keep her in or put her in Girls Trip 2 if they do move forward with the project with everything that's going on with Tiffany. Haddish has also said that she secretly suffered 8 miscarriages over the years, but she explained that she kept it to herself so no one would feel sorry for her. I don't want people saying, are you okay? Are you all right? Like a wounded animal. I just rather go in my cave by myself and lick my wounds. Well, Tiffany, that's not working for you. It's not working. You got to get some counseling. But concerned friends and industry insiders says she has to come out and face what's happened. Veteran entertainment journalist and TV producer Brian, who's also long had a foothold in stand-up comedy, said that Haddish can right her ship if she's smart and strategic. In other words, he's saying she can have a comeback. She can fix this thing, but she needs to get help. We live in a world that simultaneously embraces cancel culture, but also loves a redemption story. And I do believe that. Brian told the Post. So, where does Tiffany fall in the spectrum? There's the justice system and there's the court of public opinion, and they can yield wildly different results. You don't have to look far to see that there is actually a pretty sizable list of celebrities who have been charged with one or more DUIs in the past. And that is true. It doesn't necessarily mean the end to your career, he added. But Tiffany's next move is really important. Tiffany Haddish is incredibly talented and funny. If she's quick to adjust the situation and does it properly, I believe she can overcome this and continue on with a very successful career. Listen, I'm wishing Tiffany Haddish the best, but I think she needs counseling. I think she definitely needs to lay off that alcohol, and if she is on any other substances, she should probably check into a rehab. She can recover, because I do believe that the world loves a comeback story. Okay. They do love the cancel culture, which I think is brutal, but they also love a great comeback story. I'm praying for Tiffany. I wish her all the best. Was this skit that she did with those minors? It was horrific. It was horrific. Um, I don't know what else to say about that besides it was horrific. But I do wish that she gets out of this slump. She gets help, she gets counseling, and she recovers. Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. I do have a little, I don't know if I got my sinuses going on, something going on today. Okay, I'm a little stuffy, but I feel fine. But anyway, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Listen, guys, hit the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and I'll see you on the next video.